Welcome back to the channel, guys. Time for another manga chapter review. Welcome once again. We're going to be doing Super Psychic Policeman Chojo, which is releasing on Shonen Jump. Time of recording, there is 2 chapters out. I know for the fact I'll be releasing this one probably on Sunday, so there'll be a 3rd chapter releasing that day. So yeah, it's a comedy. It's definitely not for everybody. I will say that. I thought it was cute. I thought it was funny. I did not really get hooked on it, to be honest. So I'll give my opinion with it again. This is a 1st chapter review. I try to do all the series that release on Shonen Jump. At the very least, kind of give my first impressions on them. But I've kind of already decided where this one's going in my list, to be honest. So here is the full color segment that we're given in the beginning. So it's kind of cute. We follow two officers. We have Chojo, and then we have this girl who is essentially his partner cop. And the story kind of starts off with them already being partners, but then goes to the beginning of how they became partners. Now, before anything else, if you haven't done so by now, make sure you subscribe to my channel. The past 3 to 4 days, I've been releasing a new series. Some of them that I will be continuing, some of them like this one that probably will not be continuing. But nonetheless, check the ones that I've released. Some are pretty good. So if you're looking for new stuff, this is the place to find it. I try my best to release a lot of new stuff. There's some older stuff that I also release, but I try my best. At least when I'm reading stuff, is the latest stuff releasing. So check that out. Thank you so much for the love and support. Subscribe if you haven't done so, and let's begin. So they're part of like a small section of the police station, and if you don't really know how the police works in Japan, they're pretty much just like, they're there to help the community, but they're not really there to give tickets left and right and stop crimes left and right, like kind of what we're used to here in the US. So this girl is placed in this position with this guy who's a psychic, and no one likes him. She gets warned by so many people before she goes there and accepts the job that he is a psycho. And at first we kind of think that she got this job just because you know, she was new and they were giving her this position. We later find out that she actually had another position and then lost that position and got reassigned here. She herself has some quirks to herself, but most of the 1st chapter is focused on how he's a psychic and how much of a weirdo he is. He doesn't really use his psychic powers too much, as like people say that he does, and he perverts the minds of people and controls people and so on and so forth. But he can use his powers. Like, in fact, there's a point where she's like, well, we should get to know each other. He basically reads off almost what could be an encyclopedia of her life, and he's like, I already know who you are. And she's like, well, I don't know who you are, right? Because I can't read minds. But he definitely uses it more than he shows. He does, though, kind of keep his fence on who he shows, how much his powers can be used. The story kind of continues with the female cop actually getting in trouble with the Yakuza, and essentially her family is being threatened by the Yakuza. They want to take over their land, and essentially they want to use it for drugs and smuggling stuff, and not good stuff. So she definitely doesn't want to deal with it, and she had already dealt with them. But now that she's back from police school, they want to finish up what they started, right? So they kind of have an interaction, and obviously they win. But it all falls in help of our little psychic friend here. So it kind of concludes with her basically also showing her strength and how tough she can be, and also the reason of why she got reassigned over here, and that's because she is in Spanish we say tosca is the word that I'm thinking immediately, but she's very rough, I guess, with the people that she thinks are criminals, and she does that. She starts attacking people, and she confesses to him that essentially she was assaulted by an upper cop, very unfortunate, and she threw him. She grabbed him and threw him across the room, and that's why she is where she is. And the chapter ends with her throwing him as well. It's funny. I mean, there is serious tones, obviously, by that last thing that I just said, but for the most part, it's just comedy. A lot of things I didn't mention, but it goes on. It's 55, almost 60 pages of the first chapter. Very lengthy. I'm gonna be honest. Halfway through it, I just wanted to be over. It was one that I really struggled to finish the chapter. It really was. That I enjoy it, not so much. I don't think this one is going to be. It's not so good to read. It's one that I think that maybe I watched, I would enjoy and laugh, but it's definitely one of those that I don't get anything from reading it, to be honest. So that's my opinion. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Maybe I missed something. You guys can also put that in the comment section below. Thank you guys so much for watching this. If you haven't done so by now, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you next time. Like always, don't be strangers. See you guys.